Ah, all right. So yeah, right. Let's get to it. So basically, I've I just wanted to chill and just chat to people, whether you're watching now or whether you watch the upload of this stream. Um, I just wanted to basically say hey, um, see how you're all doing, um, update you, give you a sneak preview of the new car, and just just chat about a few things. So gonna sorry, I've got my ex Snapchat me with friends and stuff. So yeah, I'll just reply to that. I'm gonna get up a couple of pictures on my phone to show yous. Um, let's swipe that away. Show yous a couple of the pictures of the Jag and stuff. Um, so I've got one here which from I pull up on Instagram earlier as a little sneak preview. Now the Jag that I've got, it's my dream. It's the XJ40. Mine's a 1991 XJ40 Sovereign. The Sovereign's from what I can gather from what I've read, it's one of the higher interior models. So obviously it's full leather seats, six speaker audio system, and other bits and bobs stuff. And I don't mind even if it wasn't just the fact that it's XJ40. It's got me really happy, and the fact that it's a 3.2 liter. You get 3.2 liter, 3.6, 2.9, and 4 liter. So it used to be 2.9 and 3.6, and then in I think it was 1990 towards the end of the year they introduced 3.2 to take over from the 3.2.9. I can't remember the years, but at some point they brought in the 4 liter to take over from the 3.6. And yeah, it was the 3.2 was the one that I always wanted. The 4 liter, yeah, it'd be nice and that, but the 3.2 you can change to a 4 liter. All you got to do is change the com rods so that it's a longer stroke. Basically, the 3.2 and 4 liter, from what I've done, from the research I've done, the pistons are exactly the same. It's just the length of the stroke. Obviously, 3.2 has a shorter stroke because it only has to drag it a small amount to get the right amount of fuel to be a 3.2. Obviously, the 4 liters got to pull the piston down further to be able to pull in the more fuel for it and that. Yo, dude, what's up? So, but yeah, so I've got my Jag and I've wanted it since I was 5 years old, and I've been over the moon. I had to keep it secret from everyone because I had people like my mum and stuff, and she didn't really want me getting one. I don't know whether it's because she didn't trust me to have one or she thought I couldn't afford it or what. So I kept it to myself for 2 months, worked on it, got it through the MOT and everything, and it's still far from a show queen. How you doing anyway, buddy? I hope you're having a good night and that. As the title suggests, it's just a nice chilled one. But I wanted to talk about a couple of things. As I was saying, I've got my dream car, and I'm slowly doing it up. So yeah, I ain't too bad, mate. If you watch any of my videos, you know that I suffer from mental health, so I'm a bit all over the place at times. But that's to be expected. I'm on a level tonight, so that's a good thing. Um, so I don't know if you can see that. Um, I got that picture earlier. Oh, it's all looking blue. That's the engine bay on it where I've been cleaning it up. But all right, cheers, man. But yeah, I spent best part of 6 hours. I took the top off the engine, sanded it back because the paint was all flaking off, sprayed it a blue colour. I wish that I could have got. I wish the picture showed up better. I will try and find a picture while I'm talking of the actual car because it's looking quite nice from what it used to look like. When I got the car, it was a fucking state. There was no bumpers on it. The grille was in the boot. Massive rust hole in one of the wheel arches, and to be honest, a lot of people would have took it straight to the scrapyard, or they would have stripped it down for parts and just sold it as parts. Because you can make a shitload. Like you can make normally you could probably make more than what the car's worth in a drive-in full MOT state by stripping it down into parts, as you could find with a lot of cars, but especially with them because they're being old and parts are sought after. But I couldn't do that to one of them. Like the car means too much to me, so this is my project. And like I've had a few people already say to me about putting on a banger track, whatever, and I've told them straight, fuck off. The car's not going on a banger track. This this is my dream. Yeah, this is what I'm making as reality for me. Some people, they've got a dream and they chase it and do this, do that. They put all their heart, all their effort, and all their soul into it. They put money into it, and they don't understand when other people say, "Well, I don't see why you're doing this much effort." And I'm the same with this car. Like, I'll put more money into this car than this car's would ever be worth just to keep it on the road. I don't want to see it go like off the road at all. Like I said to my dad, and I don't know. I don't think. I think he knew that I was serious, but at the same time, I don't think he realised how serious I was because I said to him, I said, if I had my way and I've got the money and everything, I'll do what I can to keep this car going until the day that I die. And in what I say, in one sense, he sort of laughed and that, and he's like, "Yeah, you reckon," sort of thing. But I think part of him realised that like I wasn't just joking, I was being serious. Like I want to keep her going like as long as possible. Um, I am really too fussed about what's um about what's happening or like about how bad she gets. So yeah, that. Oh, oh, right. So that was her just a couple of days before her MOT, um, which she passed, being off the road since 2012. Um, yeah, she had been off the road since 2012 after she got into an accident, and she'd just been sitting, and then she got taken as part exchange for another car, and then she was sat in like a farmer's field, and when I went to see her, I managed to bargain the bloke down and everything, and he knew that she was worth putting back on the road, but I was surprised. I can't lie, because she was quite solid. Like the underneath, there's no rust. Like the exhaust has got some corrosion, yeah, but the actual floor of the car is rock solid. Even the MOT tester said that he was surprised. Like he asked me whether I had been doing work underneath. No, like getting worried, thinking shit, there's a load of bodged welding or something that I didn't see. But it turns out no, there wasn't like bodged welding or anything. Genuinely, it was rock solid underneath. And I'm like, fuck me, like I was happy with that. Like for its age, I mean, it hasn't done many miles. It's only done like 48k miles, which is that's nothing. Like you've got cars that are like 3, 4 years old that have done more miles than that. So for it to have only done that and be what 91, that's like 27 years old. It's crazy, really, to think that it's only done that few miles. Um, sorry, I'm just getting a picture up. Like obviously, I showed what it looked like before. Well, what it looks like now, but this is what it looked like when I got the car. It wasn't. You see what I mean? Like it looked like an absolute wreck when I got it. Um, and after 2 months of like sourcing out all of the parts um, and everything, I managed to turn her into that. And as I say, that was 2 months before the MOT. No, 2 days before the MOT. I took that shot. Passed through 4 advisories. One of them was a brake hose, which they ended up changing for me. Which I'm a bit happy about because I stood there watching while they were doing the work, and they struggled like getting it off and stuff. And then after that, there was another. What else was there? There was a minor oil leak. Oh, there we go. Yes, there was a minor oil leak, which I've got a monitor. But I think that was more. I don't think it was an oil leak. I'm pretty sure it's just where I was filling it up with oil and did the oil change. Some of it spilled over. So there's that needs sorting. Um, what else? Oh yeah, the part of the rear bumper was loose. That was my fault. I forgot to put the bolts in. So there was no bolts holding the rear bumper on. It was literally just pushed on. Um, but like it's a tight fitting. The bumper is so like it's when I tried taking it off after the MOT and that, I was fucking yanking it to try and get it to come off. They're tight fucking fit, really. They don't need a fucking bolt. Um, but like because the bolt wasn't in there, you like trying to pull it up and that, and you can feel some movement. So that's what that was. Um, and there was one other advisory. I'm trying to think what it was now. So that. Oh yeah, and there's a tiny like leak on the exhaust, like so some fumes are coming out from the rear center silencer, which is all right because I'm thinking I'm either going to buy new center silencers or I may just take them out and just do a pipe from this center second catalytic converters straight up to the rear silencer. Um, which would be the cheaper option. I mean, I can sort that for about what 30 quid, whereas the exhaust center silencers, two of them brand new, are probably going to cost me at least 70 quid, depending on where I go. Um, but yeah. As I say, like you can probably tell as well, I'm pretty damn happy that I've got my Rover still. Um, But end of this month, the insurance runs out and that, so I'm going to have to put that one up for sale. The Jag, it has been a bit problematic since its MOT. I can't lie. I drive it 3 days, then it starts like sputtering and everything, and then cut out. And when it's sputtering, the throttle is completely unresponsive no matter what you do. cut out, wouldn't start, or if you could get it to start, it would die almost instantly. I'm thinking, oh, fuck's sake. Leave it for 8 hours, then you can drive it for another 3 days. And then this would happen. It'd keep on doing that. So I checked, like I tested the O2 sensor, the lambada sensor. I checked the coolant sensor. Both of them are reading fine. The amplifier, I checked the power going to it, but I can't find anything on how to check the actual amplifier itself. So there's still a chance that it could be that, but I don't think it is. But the coil pack, it must have had a crack on the plastic top, because when I took it off to tested it, and it was, the readings were higher than they should have been, which indicates that the coil was fucked. It wasn't working right. So I thought, all right, for a minute, I'll pull it back in and get a new one ordered. Went to pull it back in, and I was just doing up the one of the nuts on the terminal. I was just doing it up by finger, and I thought, that feels a little bit wobbly. And then it got to a point where it was almost finger tight, so I gripped it tight and turned it with my fingers, and the plastic housing that's around it was basically, a chunk fell off it. And I thought, right, that could be the problem in the first place. And literally after that, slightest movement and the actual terminal came off, the wire that connects to it just broke. So I'm pretty sure that's the problem. But we'll wait and see. If it carries on, then I will look into an amplifier and lambada, just to be on the safe side. I mean, they shouldn't be fucked with how low mileage it is, but at the same time, the car has been sat for ages, so you never know what's going on. Once I've done that, obviously, I'm going to weld up the wing properly, get a new boot lid. The car's colour, it's a nice blue. It's a really nice blue, like it's a sky blue, and yeah, it's a sky blue, but from a distance it looks like a grey silver colour. It's a really strange colour, a really nice metallic colour though. I'm just trying to decide whether I want to keep it that colour or whether to try and figure out, because my dad, he had one in a metallic red, but then he had another, well, it was burgundy colour, and then he had another one, a later one, it was 1994, and it was in a dark metallic blue. Now, I've asked in the owners group, no one can come up with suggestions of the exact colour. Some have come up with similar colours, which I might go for, but it was like a dark metallic blue, but in certain lights or like at a distance and stuff, it looked like like it was like black, and then as you got closer, you realise it was like actually a dark sort of blue, and obviously it was metallic, I'd say, and that car was beautiful. I would, if I could find out the exact colour of it, straight up, I would. Straight up, I would take that. I would get that color and spray the car in that color, because I like darker colored things anyway. But yeah, there's no what do you call it? There's no But yeah. So yeah, obviously respray it and stuff, and just overall try and get it looking ready for like taking it to shows, car meets. I would love to. I don't reckon I would be able to because I can't find anywhere selling the manifold now. I'd love to supercharge it, which is an expensive venture, and it would be a full-on custom job because you can't get a bolt-on kit for the AJ6. They supercharged the AJ16 engine, which is the like newer version of it. Took over from it in 94, 95, around that area. But um, some people have said that basically it's a different block design, like it's a different design for it to be able to bolt onto it. So the supercharged AJ16 was different from the standard AJ16. As well as like obviously pistons and stuff. Were I think they were low compression pistons and stuff. Um, but no, if I could get my hands on the manifold, I'd definitely look at possibly twin turbocharging it. That'd be like a pretty cool thing to do, really. Because I mean, it comes out of the factory with they say about 200 horsepower, but from what I've read, some of them come out with more. Some of the 3.2s come out with more, some of them came out with slightly less. So the only way to really know what it's producing is put it on dyno. And if I was to turbocharge it, I'll do that beforehand, do all the little mods and stuff, and then put it onto one again to find out what it's producing afterwards. But yeah, it's just one of those ones. It's my project. I'm restoring it to its former glory, as well as using it as an everyday car, which isn't a cheap venture. Not when you look at the prices. Like, it's what? Fuck me. Pricing on it is like the fuel costs to start off with. If I'm lucky, I'll get about 20 miles a gallon. Bear in mind, a gallon's like what? £6. What's it? £6.50? Something stupid like that now. So fucking £6.50 to go 20 miles. Insurance £135 a month, which to be honest, I can't fault that. That's cheaper than my 1.4. Um, what else? Road tax £26 a month. Yeah, 26 fucking pound a month. Um, so that's like insurance, road tax, and fuel. And then maintenance, like some parts, like luckily I found some places to get some parts cheap, but some parts you can't get cheap. Um, and then other parts, because people want them and there's not many of them, you get, if you buy them like from like people selling abroad, you tend to get them cheaper. And I've noticed this. I caused a massive argument. Like, well, got a load of people like going nuts at me in the owners group. Now, I didn't mean to. Um, it was just, I was just sort of like, I wasn't in the right mind, to put it straight. I was, I don't know whether it was like I was in one of my other personalities at the time or what, because I haven't got the best recollection of why I did it or exactly what I said, because I ended up deleting it after a while because it was like, fuck this. But I remember calling people, like, basically calling people out, not as saying names, but just saying that, like, why Are people trying to rip? Why are people like ripping people off and that? And I was talking about the manual gearbox room, which was quite rare. Now the manual gearboxes, there's people trying to charge like almost £1,000, almost £1,000 just for the gearbox alone. Some people charge more than that for gearbox alone. Yet you can go and order the gearbox from abroad, and including shipping, you pay like 900 quid, and you get the ECU and the wire and loom and all that lot. But breaking shards are like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. We're gonna charge you fucking absolutely more than what your fucking car's worth if you want it. Blah blah blah. And to be honest, no, I shouldn't have posted it because of the backlash that it would cause and all of these people getting pissed off and everything by it. But at the same time, it was just fucking. I posted it obviously because I was just speaking my mind sort of thing. Like, to me, that's a rip off. I understand that fucking breakers yards have got to spend all this money on like the upkeep of their place and everything. But when they're charging what 5, 6, 7 times more than what they've paid for the car, whole car, just for the gearbox, that that ain't trying to make a small profit as they keep a lot of them claim. That's trying to make a fucking huge amount of profit. That's just trying to mug people off and that. Luckily, I've also been told about a few like little simple things you can do to the gearbox on some of these to be able to basically turn them into like a semi-automatic. They have got a mode on them, so you can go like park, new, park, reverse, neutral, drive, but then you can slide it along into next drive, and then it's got third and second, so you could do that. Which I'll see how they go for my plans with the car, but you can also turn it into a manualized automatic from what I've been reading up. I have had people tell me, "Oh no, you can't do that. It don't work." But then I've spoken to some people who have done it and have got it working. So it's one of those cases you can't just stick to what people always tell you. Um, I mean, to be honest, if I stick to listening to what after people tell me that's in the group, then wow, it would just be fucking. I wouldn't get anywhere. Put it that way. Or wouldn't get anywhere without spending fucking thousands. A lot of people in the group are helpful, and I can't fault them for that. But then you get a small few. I don't know if they're getting paid some sort of fucking commission or something. But they tell you can only buy these parts. If you buy these parts, then it won't work, and blah 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 blah. And they're also like say you can do this, you can't do that, and it's like fuck you, mate. You can do anything if you're going to put in the right amount of time, mind power, and like fucking money, effort, and all that. So yeah, I've been rambling. I've got a lot of plans for the car, and it's one of those ones I'm going to drag you lot along with it. So you lot are basically you're going to get to see what's going on with the car um, as it happens. Um, I can't wait for that. So I'll keep on playing with my teeth and didn't grab my mouth. And what it is I went to see the emergency dentist this back when we had all the snow back in April time, March, April time. And they x-rayed my mouth. They x-rayed it and they said, right, you've got at least 7 teeth that need to be pulled out. I can't get a dentist. I can't get a dentist because they're all apparently full up around here. Fucking joke. No one can. I know fucking. Oh, it's just there's so many people around that cannot get a dentist down this way. Like the southwest of England is one of the worst places in the whole of the UK to get a fucking NHS dentist. Plenty of private ones. Yeah, private ones. To have a filling, they want like 300 fucking quid. Fuck that. Can't afford that. So they said that I need like 7 teeth out. They were going to try taking 2 out with the numb and stuff. But I said to them, look, you can't take any teeth out with just the numb and shit. You're going to have to knock me out because the numb and shit don't work for me. Like, it numbs for about 5 minutes and then I can feel everything. So they're like, all right. So they filled out a form and everything and got me to sign it and stuff. They made an appointment for me to go in to be assessed by the surgeon so that he could just talk to me, go through it all and be like, right, these are the teeth that are going to come out. This is how it's going to happen, and then book me in for the thing. So I waited, got a letter, got the thing to go to see them so that they could assess it. An hour before my appointment, they rang up. Sorry, we're going to have to reschedule because our staff decided they're going home because there's snow on its way. The fucking staff live in Plymouth. Yeah, it's not like they live on Dartmoor like I do. They live in Plymouth where the fucking surgery is. So even if it was heavy snow, which it wasn't heavy snow forecasted, it was forecasted for like the rest of the day. Not much snowfall was forecasted, but no, they decided to go home. Fucking pissed state. I got told I'd get a letter and to respond to the letter within a month of the date that's on the letter, otherwise they can't, otherwise they'll take it as I don't need the help anymore. Now that was April time I was supposed to get the letter, I think it was April, May time. We're now in August. No fucking letter ever turned up. And I'm gonna have to look at ringing them again and go through the whole process again. So it's probably gonna be Christmas. If I'm lucky, it'll be before Christmas that they remove teeth, but who fucking knows? But I need these fucking. If I could, I'd have all my teeth removed because it's fucking painful. I can't take painkillers. The pain's fucking killing me. Like I lose sleep over it and everything. If there was a drink or something I'll put in my mouth, swirl it around, spin it out, wake up next day, all my teeth falling out, happily take it. Just to have all my teeth gone, no more toothaches, no more pain like that, all gone, and then I can get on with shit. Get some false teeth or something. I don't give a shit. But yeah, this is the great NHS service. Can't fault them in terms of you get free medical care. Well, it's not free because they made it free by making you pay more on your taxes. But you're paying for it, but it's not like you're never going to be left out in the dark, basically, not even if you're on benefits. Which is good. Don't get me wrong, that's good. But they take the piss a bit, and then the government really take the piss. So you have me and fucking millions of other people left to fucking being paid not just dental work. Like dental work's a high factor of it, but also like medically, like not having this work done or getting the medicine stuff that they need because the way that the system works and that it's just fucking piss take. And you can trace it right back to the government, all this bullshit, but what can you do? I guess that's just the way that it fucking is. Um, I was straight off topic there. Right, anyway, I think I'm going to end this stream because, like, fucking teeth are killing me. My eyes are, like, fucking going. I'm feeling really drowsy and that. So,